Today we're going to attach the shoulder bells to the shoulder elastic straps via our black elastic and sew on snaps. So what we're going to do is we're going to sew these snaps on the insides of the shoulder straps, and then we're going to attach this black elastic to the insides of the shoulder bells, and we're going to leave just enough on here. We're going to cut it a little bit off, and we're going to sew the snap onto the elastic of the shoulder bell, and then that's going to snap into the bottom side of the shoulder strap, so that way you can attach the shoulder bells. And then we're also going to put some black elastic on our shoulder bells, and this will be what the bicep hooks onto. So we're going to get started on that right now. We're going to need CA glue, Zap-A-Gap, white thread and a needle, sew-in snaps, and 1-inch black elastic, and that should be it for today. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to sew on our snap, and I'm going to pick a place that's just about centered between the front and the back here, so about right there. And we're going to sew it on the inside because our shoulder bell is going to attach to the inside so you don't see the snap. And I'm just going to get about a 1.5 foot long piece of white thread and attach it to my needle. So I have a needle and thread here, and I've already marked out where it's going to go. I'm going to go ahead and attach it to the inside of the strap here. I'm just going to go ahead and start my thread, and it's going to go around the outside and back on the inside. So you're basically going around the outside edges of the snap, and you're just going to go around each eyelet of the button or the snap about 6 to 8 times. So it's a lot of thread, but that's what it needs. Okay, so I sewed the shoulder strap snaps in, and they're facing inwards, and here's a shot of the other one. So now I'm going to sew the snaps to the straps that are going to glue to the shoulder bells, and I'm going to use black thread for that. These are about 5-inch pieces of 1-inch elastic, and then I'm also going to glue in these are 11-inch strips of black elastic. I'm going to glue those into the inside of the shoulder bell to help hold on to the bicep. Okay, so both these straps are now sewed, and I'm going to move on to gluing the other elastic straps onto the insides of the biceps, and I'm going to be gluing these to the insides of the biceps as well, like so. Okay, so I glued in the shoulder strap, and I left about, it's about maybe 3/4 of an inch from the snap to the shoulder bell on this particular set. Depending on how wide your shoulders are or how narrow your shoulders are, this can change a lot. So you want to fit it up to your kit and see just how much room you need. But the guy I'm building this for has very narrow shoulders, so I know that the shoulder bells are going to come right up to the kit itself. So that's how I measured it out, and that gave me about 1/2 inch. So there's that. And now I'm going to glue in the strap on the bottom of the shoulder bell here, and then this shoulder bell will be done. And all I'm doing on this is just taking the glue. I'm just going to set it down in here like so. Just get about a nice 1-inch bead, and then I'm going to take my strap. I'm going to push it on there, and I'm going to just make it a little loose for the bicep. and then I'm going to hit it with some zip kicker. That's it. Take a rag and wipe up all the excess here. There you go. So now, there's my shoulder bell with the snap attached to it, and this is going to go around the outside of the bicep. So there you go. There's one. Now we're going to attach the biceps to the forearms. In A&H, A New Hope Star Wars, if you look closely, the Stormtroopers' biceps are attached to their forearms with a 2-inch piece of elastic, and as you can see on this assembled piece, they're glued to the inside of the forearm at the elbow where it bends on the outside of the arm there. So there's your holes. It's going to be right on the crook of the arm here, but on the outside of the crook of the arm. And then it's glued into place. And then of course later on we're going to use white latex paint on top of it to simulate the screen used armor. I'm going to do that to this one right now. Haven't attached this one yet. This is a 7-inch piece of black 2-inch wide elastic, and I'm going to glue it to the insides here like so. And then when it's all done, I'll show you how it looks. Quiet. So when you're gluing them together, you just want to give yourself about a 1/4 of an inch gap between the forearm and the bicep. Alright, now our biceps are joined together at the forearms, as you can see. So that allows flexibility and movement. And our shoulder bells are hooked onto the plastic hooks we made for our biceps. So that's essentially what holds the arm on A&H armor. And then our shoulder bell is snapped to the elastic strap that is sewn between the shoulder bells, or between the front chest and back. So that's what it looks like. And this will allow a lot of movement. It allows your shoulders to flex, your biceps. When you bend your arms, it allows everything to flex with the movement of the armor, and it is accurate.